Hello everyone. This weekend's boxing. Big weekend of boxing. And the last weekend of boxing. Till the biggest weekend of boxing. For me personally. Of the year next year. New look today. Sporting just a tash. Did it myself. Not very good. So in the UK, there is 7 shows this weekend. Boxing is booming in the UK. We have a really big card in Nottingham with an absolute cracker of a main event, and 6 smaller shows with a lot of talented fighters on. So we'll cover all the cards. We'll start in Nottingham with Kakachi Wood, which is an absolute brilliant fight, I think. So Lee Wood moves up to super feather after nearly 2 years out, which boxer is odd because it does it in like American dates. So Lee Wood last boxed on the 7th of October 2023. We'll be on the 10th of May tomorrow. So nearly 2 years out, upper weight, against a man very much in form. So I think it's a big ask. I always get told Kakachi's the biggest puncher going, but he only has 8 stoppers in 23 fights. But he must be able to punch. He has to be. He has to be a big puncher. He has to be. Prior to probably Sam Bowen, probably flattered to deceive a little bit. Not really done much as a pro, even though been pro a long time. Then went and beat Bowen, Woodstock, Magnesi, Rosinski, and then the 2 big ones, Cordina and Warrington. He's 36. Wood is, how old's Lee Wood? Lee Wood will be, he's older than me, 35 maybe. I was training with Lee Wood at the Ingold Gym for many years. Was he there when I first started? I'm not sure. He was definitely there when I went back. But it is a cracker. It's an all British and Irish world title fight, IBO. It's a big fight. It's a good fight. It's a very good fight. 23-1 against 28-3. Lee Wood, been on a mad run, really. I can remember losing to Gav Mack 2014. Wow, I think that was in Hull. Was it? It was. Yeah, a mad run, really. Post losing to Jazza. Reece Moll, Kanzu, Conlon. Obviously lost to Lara, then beat him in Warrington. So I just think, is he 35? I think he might be 35. At 35, upper weight, nearly 2 years out, against a fella banging form, is a very, very, very big ask. Wood can obviously punch, but I have to go Kakachi. Someone's been out 2 years and moving up away against a fella in form. I could not pick against Kakachi. I couldn't. I'm going to go Kakachi. Chief support, Davis and Walker's another great fight. Shabazz Masood's really, really good. I thought Davis would beat Masood. Got it massively wrong. I didn't realise Masood was that good, to be honest. Kurt Walker, I've watched twice. He was great against Beach Jr. And I thought he beat Woodstock easier than the card suggested. A majority decision. I thought he won comfortably enough. Faded down the stretch a little. And Woodstock is a very tough fella and a good fighter, but Davis is a bit better than very good. So I'm going to go Davis. Someone's ringing me. Then we've got Ezra Taylor, Troy Jones, which is a good fight for the English title. I'm not sure. Ezra Taylor, 11-0, 8 stoppers. Ezra Taylor, he may be good, but he don't box anybody. He hasn't boxed anybody, to be honest. Of any real substance, anyway. Troy Jones, 12-0. You could argue the same with him, really. He has 2 wins over 10 rounds, for, I think, for the Midlands. No, for the English title. A win and a defence. Leon Willings, we saw box Whitaker. Willings is not bad. Michael Stevenson, I'm not familiar with. I'll probably go for Troy Jones to beat Ezra Taylor. I think Taylor will be the favourite, but Jones, I think Jones will beat him. May stop him. Now, this is a really good fight. Owen Cooper, Chris Congo. Owen Cooper, we saw lose to Esserman, but arguably was well in the fight. Maybe would have won it, I'm not sure. Stopped Ethan James. Congo much more experienced, 17-2, only losses to McKinson and Esserman. Congo's a good fighter, but he's been at welterweight forever. He's probably the biggest welterweight. Is he the biggest welterweight? He's not as big as Kell Brook, to be fair. Very big welterweight, and he's been doing the weight a long time, which worries me, but I don't know him, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does the weight alright, but I think he looks very big. And I think when people struggle to make the weight over a sustained period of time, they'll lose a bit of punching power. I think. That's my perspective. That's one thing I think people lose when they stay at the same weight too long. They don't have the same power, weirdly. Will Cooper be good enough to beat Congo, though? I'm not so sure. Congo is good. But if Congo's struggling at the weight, Cooper is the kind of fella that will beat him. Then we've got Sam Noakes fighting Patrick Balaz in an 8th round. I'm not so sure, but we'll keep him busy. Noakes will flatten him. Then we've got Lewis Williams, 2-0. I think it was GB. I think he was on the GB at 92 kilo. He's 2-0 on stoppage. He's fighting Victor Savak, who's 5-23, but can look after himself. I think Williams won on points. Hugh Malone, it's his debut, but I know he's good because he sparred one of mine, and they said he's very good. So he must be good. Charlie Senior, debutant I'm not familiar with. Nico Levers, Darwin Martinez. Martinez always tries in the away corner. Joe Cooper looked good last time. I think, yeah, he did what's half from Sparta, dropped him twice. Against Protkunas, who's a good journeyman. Joe Tyer's debut. He fights the same kid who fought Hugh Malone, actually. He boxed Portillo, Mario Valenzuela Portillo, who's a horrible, awkward fucker, tough as well. Harris Hatbar debut against Octavian Gratti as well. So we've got some very interesting prospects on, and some very good debutants from the amateurs. I think Kakachi will beat Wood. I just don't think you can have that amount of time out and move up a weight at this level and come back and win. Maybe he'll spark Kakachi out, but I have to go Kakachi. I just have to, based on them things. I could never go against them things. Davis, I think, will stop Walker. Jones, I think, will stop Taylor. Cooper, Congo. Congo should win, but I'm not sure. We're doing that weight a long time. No stoppage. Williams points. Hugh Malone, looking forward to watching. As I am Joe Tyers, Harris Hatbar as well. Joe Cooper looked good last time. Nico Levers. And Charlie Senior, I'm not familiar with, but I will. Oh, is he Australian? He was born in Bradford and he lives in Australia, apparently. That's a mad combination. If Box right is correct. But he had a lot of amateur fights. A hell of a lot of amateur fights. And he went to the Olympics and got a bronze medal, so I probably should have heard of him. Anyway, that is the big card in Nottingham. And what I'm looking forward to, actually, I think it's a good card. There's a show at the Hideout in Farnworth. Thomas Vary's on. He's been sparring both Joes of mine. He's a good fighter. Then over in Oldham, another mate of mine, Leon Hughes, is on. He's fighting a kid I used to manage, Ryan LeBon, actually. Leon Hughes, very good amateur. That's a 6-fight card at Oldham Leisure Centre, I believe. There's a show in Aberdeen. Fraser Wilkinson, I think he lost he got stopped by Dean Sutherland last time. 5-fight card at the Beach Ballroom in Aberdeen. There's a show at the LC2 in Swansea with no one I'm too familiar with. There's one at the Holiday Inn at Birmingham Airport. Tori Ellis is fighting Gemma Rouge, which is actually a good fight, over 10 rounds as well. And last but not least, there's a show at the Doubletree in Hull, 5-fight card. Harvey Lambert was a very good amateur ABA champion, I believe. So that's a decent 5-fight card. So that is this weekend's boxing. The Nottingham card is well worth a watch. You could probably get the Hideout show in Farnworth on VIP Boxing YouTube. There's some good fighters up and down the country that's not on the televised card. Something like Harvey Lambert's a very good fighter. Tori Ellis, Thomas Vary, Leon Hughes. So that is this weekend's boxing.